What's up, sports bettors? I'm here to talk to you about an incredibly important sports betting topic, which is a low hold in sports betting. So I'm going to answer the question of what are low holds in sports betting? What is a low hold? For me, my name is Matt Modi. I'm a content producer and betting analyst for OddsJam.com, and I'm going to be walking you through this subject. So if this is the type of content that you enjoy, would appreciate it if you could like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Then if you want to find me on social media, you can at my Twitter handle you see on the screen here. Jedi Modi is also posted in the description of the video as well. So low holds. I'm sure you probably see this a ton just from your research when talking about sports betting, when researching sports betting. You see the term low hold. So as I mentioned, I'm going to describe to you exactly what it is and how you can apply it as a sports betting strategy. So at its core, low holds are essentially markets with low house edge, often 0%. Now, you're probably wondering, what the heck does that mean? Low house edge, often 0%. Basically, the goal of a low hold is you can bet both sides, and the odds are basically equal so that you can break even regardless of the outcome. So you bet an over or an under, you bet both teams' money line, you bet both teams to cover the spread, -3.5 and +3.5, whatever it may be. But regardless of the outcome, whoever wins or loses, over or under, you will break even. So you're probably wondering, okay, well, what's the purpose? Why would I want to bet something if I'm guaranteeing to break even, to not make money, to not lose money? Now, there are a couple different purposes. I will say the first two are the most important, with the last two being purposes as well. Number one, churn through deposit bonuses. Now, obviously, I will talk about all of this in great detail, but a lot of sportsbooks have something called a playthrough or a deposit bonus, where if you risk up to a certain amount of money, they will give you a 20% deposit match. So basically, if you risk $5,000, they will give you a literal $1,000. So if you have that situation, you can use the low hold to place your $5,000 bet on a sportsbook and guarantee that you aren't going to lose money, and then you will get the $1,000 deposit bonus because of your initial risk. We'll talk about that. Number two, just collect a bunch of different sportsbook rewards points. Alex Monahan, the co-founder of OddsJam, has had multiple trips to Vegas, multiple trips to awesome sporting events, solely because of the rewards points. Now, not every single sportsbook is going to have some sort of reward point action, but if you want to rack up some of these rewards points, you can use the low holds tool on OddsJam, place bets, risk up to a certain amount of money, and guarantee that you aren't going to lose money. Now, another reason for this is to potentially become a VIP. Now, this is a lot harder to tangibly attain that goal because a lot of times to become a VIP member, the sportsbook has to reach out to you. But the more money you risk, the higher chance you have of being a VIP, and a low hold is a way to attain that as well. And then lastly, move money between accounts, which I will explain in greater detail. But first, let's talk about the deposit bonuses. So right on the screen here, we see an example of a deposit bonus currently offered by DraftKings for new customers. But the way the terms work is you can get a 20% bonus of up to $1,000, basically saying that DraftKings will literally give you 20% of whatever you deposit up to $1,000. So it's basically that same example that I gave you at the beginning of the video. You deposit $5,000, DraftKings will immediately give you a $1,000 bonus solely for depositing that money. Now, it's something that you need to play through. So you can't just deposit the money and then immediately get the bonus. It needs to be played through. So that $5,000 needs to be played. Well, a way you can do that is use the OddsJam low holds page. OddsJam will literally provide an opportunity where you can place a bet on both sides and you will guarantee to not lose money. So you could place the $5,000 bet on DraftKings, you place the other side of that bet on the sportsbook that the OddsJam tool tells you, and there's no scenario in which you lose money. So you basically just gave yourself a free $1,000. Now, I'll provide an example of what a low hold looks like on the OddsJam positive expected value tool, but that's exactly how the deposit bonus works. It's something that needs to be played through. Now, there are other sports books that have more generous offers. Some have, you can get up to 2,000, some up to 5,000. It just depends on the situation, but this is a tangible example for new users signing up with DraftKings to get a free $1,000. Now, next up, we have the rewards points. I mentioned that sportsbooks are going to have different type of credits or rewards points that they offer. Not every single sportsbook does, but a really, really easy way to unlock rewards is just to play through low holds markets. So I have up on the left here, Caesars Sportsbook, on the right here, WinBet. Now, obviously, the way you earn credits, you earn rewards is different per each sportsbook. So it's something that you need to look into. But if you are only X amount of rewards away, amount of points away from reaching that next tier of whatever the sportsbook is offering, one strategy to reach the next tier is just to place a low holds bet. So let's pretend you're $1,000 away from reaching the next tier on Caesars. And that tier offers a free stay in Vegas, offers free tickets to a golf tournament, to a sporting event. That would be pretty cool. So you risk the $1,000 on Caesars, you risk whatever amount on the other sportsbook, you don't lose any money, and you automatically have just vaulted yourself up to the next tier of rewards points. Now, VIP, I mentioned, is a little bit different because it's not as tangible. It's not as easy as saying, okay, if I risk this amount of money, I get this deposit bonus, or I get up to this amount of a rewards points, something like that. But being a VIP can be very profitable. So I've included 2 screenshots of a VIP offering from Caesars on the left, DraftKings on the right. On the Caesars one, they're just giving you a 15% profit boost minimum of $1,000 wager. On the DraftKings side, you can get up to $1,000 of your college basketball losses back. This was actually during the March Madness tournament, so you could bet $1,000 on a March Madness upset. You bet on some team to have a huge upset. If they lose, you get $1,000 back into your account that you can use OddsJam to convert to cash. Now, there are a ton of different offerings that come with being a VIP. These are just 2 examples. Obviously, to be a VIP, you have to be sought out by the sportsbook. So they reach out to you saying that you have reached whatever credits, whatever amount of money risked necessary to become a VIP member. So it's not quite as easy as just saying, oh, if I risk this exact amount, I know I'll be a VIP member. But if you just want to get more action on the sports books, use the low holds to place non-risk bets and possibly become a VIP. And here's an example of what a low hold looks like. So we see on the far left here, 0%. This is an example of a 0% market hold, meaning you could bet both sides of the outcome and you will guarantee to break even. It's a tennis match between these 2 competitors, and you're placing a money line bet on each one. So it's tennis, they're not going to tie. One is going to win, one is going to lose, and it's giving you the odds of each sportsbook on the right here. So Caesars is offering the money line at -155. DraftKings is offering the opposite competitor at +155. So if you click this calculator button you see on the far left here, it pulls up the next screenshot you see, which is exactly what it sounds like, a calculator. So all you need to do is input the amount that you would like to risk on whatever side, and it will literally tell you how much to risk on the other side. So in this specific example, I have 200 risked on DraftKings at +155. If Christina Buska wins, I get a total payout of $510. On the other side, I am risking roughly $310 on Caesars at -155. If that competitor wins, I get a total payout of $510. So if you add up the amount of risk on each side, it's 510. And no matter who wins or who loses, you get a total payout of, you guessed it, $510. So you don't win money, you don't lose money, but you have successfully transferred money between DraftKings and Caesars. And if you needed an extra $200 to reach the next tier of rewards points on DraftKings or to hit your $5,000 playthrough bonus, you have successfully done that. Now, the last thing I'm going to show you is what the low holds page actually looks like on OddsJam. Now, there are a ton of different filters that you can add. You just need to click this filters button depending on what you're trying to do. So if there's a certain percentage that you want, A certain sportsbook that you can use can also filter specifically here. So if I want to filter specifically for DraftKings, I just type in DraftKings and it's showing every single option here. So if I want to play through my entire $5,000 deposit bonus on DraftKings, you literally just type in the amount you want to risk, in this case $5,000, and then I need to risk $10,000 at BetMGM on the other side. No matter what happens, you get a total payout of $15,000, and there is no scenario in which you lose money. So not only have you played through the deposit bonus on DraftKings, but you've also transferred money between DraftKings and between BetMGM, and BetMGM has their own rewards points as well. So you just added a ton of rewards to your BetMGM account while not losing any money on either side. So there are a ton of different possibilities of what you can do with a low holds market, but I did just want to show you exactly how it works. And OddsJam does all the calculations for you. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Hopefully this video made sense detailing what a low hold is, which is just a 0% house edge, placing a bet on both sides, guaranteeing to break even, giving yourself an option to play through a deposit bonus, to reach different rewards tiers, to reach a VIP status on a sportsbook, or to just transfer money between two sportsbooks. So if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit me up on social media. And that's it. So thanks for watching and have a good one.